Hey everybody, how y'all doing? So since we are getting back into the swing of things with the Memory Cafe and with Magic Monday, I thought it would be good to put up a video as a refresher for everybody, so that we can get into the understanding of how to manage Zoom, both from the volunteer side as well as from your side. I'm just going to run through a few important aspects that y'all need to keep in mind, that would help everybody out in the long run. The first thing that we're going to touch upon is, as Burley mentioned, we know that people are joining in. Sometimes we don't know the names because there's a default name that comes up on the Zoom call. So we don't necessarily know who it is. And especially if the videos are off, then even more so we're not aware of who the person is. So I'm going to run through a refresher on how to change your name. You can do this by yourself on the Zoom so that it reflects your own name. We're going to do it in a couple of ways. One is you can change the name during the Zoom call as well. However, there is, from the Zoom settings, there's the option to change from there. So I'm going to put that together. And so before we get into the actual instructions regarding renaming on Zoom, I also want to touch base on something that we call orientation. This is probably done. I did give this as an instructional video 2 years ago, but I just wanted to get a refresher. Now, I know a lot of y'all log into the Magic Monday session through your phone. Now, phones can be very tricky when it comes to viewing, and the reason being is that because what we call the orientation. Now, as you can see, the way that my phone is structured, the phone is in what we call vertical orientation, right? So it's straight up. This is how we normally view our phone when we're scrolling through, when we're reading messages, when we're on WhatsApp. The problem with this is that whenever you have something that comes up, so if somebody's sharing something on the screen, you won't be able to see it completely because it will be very small. So if I'm looking at myself right now, on the camera, as you can see, it just shows you as a small horizontal bar in the middle of the screen, right? Why and why that is obviously because the phone has vertical orientation, the laptop has a horizontal orientation. Okay, so this is why I'm recording on the laptop, it looks fine, but when you look at the screen on the phone, it's very small. So if I share something now as well, we have remember yesterday when we were on the call, Sheldon was sharing a PowerPoint presentation. So what will happen is that it will look like this. Okay. Now this also means that whatever he's sharing is very small on the screen, so you wouldn't be able to make out words even while the puzzles are happening. And say Lorraine or one of our student volunteers are doing the session, they'll be sharing a screen, but you wouldn't be able to make it out because it's small. However, the simplest fix that you can do is literally just take the phone and put it on its side like this. Now everything opens up full screen, right? So it fits your whole screen, that you can actually read much better what's on the screen. You can actually see everything much better. The good thing is that Zoom also allows you to also pinch and zoom in. So you can also do this. So if I'm wanting to read something more, so I can pinch and zoom in or out as whatever I require so that I can read whatever's on the screen properly. This is only, of course, while it's being shared. The minute it stops being shared, then you wouldn't be able to do this. But this allows you to view things better. Right? So when you're on the Magic Monday sessions, I would recommend that this is the orientation that you keep your phone at. If you get a nice stand like this, obviously, then you don't have to keep holding it. You don't have to prop it up against a glass or something like that, which is on the table. And you don't have to worry about it slipping down. Okay, it's something which is easily available online, or even if you go to a shop and ask them for a phone stand, they'll give you something like this. So you can either keep it like this, or you can keep it like this, right? And for the Magic Monday sessions, obviously, as you can see, the benefits of putting it in this way.